All right, everybody. I think what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to put the handle on and see how much further I want to go with it. I'm still waiting on a couple of pieces, so I'm not in a big rush with this because, I mean, there's only so much you can do while you're waiting on parts. All right, so what I've got here, brand new STIHL brand impulse line, brand new STIHL brand intake boot, fuel line, fuel filter. Like I said, they put it on literally everything. All right. So I think what I want to do first, let's do the tank. By the way, I figured out what happened, I think. I think they had a 440 sitting there and a 460, because this tank actually is a 77cc tank. Meaning that what happened most likely is the 440 had a tree dropped on it or something, busted the tank up, and they everything else, the 440 probably had a shelled out bottom end, and they just went ahead and it is stuck in there. They just went ahead and melded them together. Being completely honest with you, a 440 and a 460, the tanks and everything are pretty well interchangeable. Yeah, somebody lost that in there when they were doing maintenance, I'm guessing. Doesn't smell great, but it doesn't smell bad. All right. That doesn't feel great. All right. I would love to know how that got Durco on it, the impulse line. To me, that is one of the craziest things. All right, so I've cleaned this up a little bit. Swapped out all the, I'm going to swap out all the rubber on this thing, so I have pretty well a brand new but yeah, I'll have pretty well a brand new 440 by the time this is all said and done. I may peel that sticker off of the tank handle. Perfect. All right. This one doesn't feel bad, but it doesn't feel as soft as that last one. I'm noticing it takes more force for me to flex it. It feels harder, so we're going to swap that out. You don't want to risk it at that point. All right. I think whoever owned this before me tried to dress it up a little bit. It had the big clutch cover on it, but it wasn't a, it's not a factory one. It was definitely an aftermarket. There we go. Got the new impulse line, intake boot, ready to rock and roll. Now let's get the rest of the rubber started real quick. Set that over there real quick for a minute. Got it. All right. All right, there we go. Now let's try and get this thing in there real quick. Like I normally do, I start it all the way toward the front if I can, give or take. Back that up. Now let's try getting some kill switch wires in before I get too far dug in. Sometimes with some of those rubber pieces, if it's fighting you, just put a little WD-40 on it, it'll quit. Now we'll slip this back on. All right, pull cord. Take your length of pull cord. Lace it through. Wrap it around the intake boot a couple times. Pull it all the way down. And start getting your tank handle lined up how you want it. Oh, crud. Knock that little AV mount off. Let's get you back in there. There we go. If you fight it too much, push one of them out. There it went. No, it didn't. All right. There you go. Now it'll go in. This AV mount right here on the side is the one I'm wrestling right now. And there it went. It's that one right there, that square. You gotta get that lined up. And you take this and it pops your intake boot back in. So you don't have to wrestle with it, you don't have to fight it. Now what I'm gonna do from the side here, I can see my impulse line. Try to get a good pinch on it. There we go. And there it went. Make sure your kill switch wires go underneath your impulse line. And there we are. We have a brand new intake, brand new impulse, brand new fuel line, brand new fuel filter. Everything doesn't have to be new, but I evaluated as I went, trying to decide what would be better to replace and what wouldn't. Judging by how stiff a lot of that rubber was, it was a good idea to just swap some of them out. I'm setting that at about 10 right there. All right, now this right here, it's got a little bit of oil on it. It's not perfect, but it doesn't look bad. You just pop that back in right there. And that made it a little bit easier to get it in and out. Now for my AV mount plugs. I've got a couple more things I'm going to do, and then I think tomorrow I'll do another video and we'll do the, let's put this in real quick. I think we'll do everything on the clutch side. As far as like the oil pump, the clutch, all that fun stuff. And we're gonna have us. I need to do a test cut with the 460, but it ran really good the other day. I'll include a picture in a second. That was the tree the remnants of the tree that blew down the other day that I hauled off for those people. I cut it up with a 7310 and a MS460, all OEM. And it's this 460 right here from the playlist. The 046 460, because that's an 046 tank. An MS460 handle. That is a good running saw. 28-inch bar. I've got no complaints. But I'm waiting on one piece for this. The air filter base, and it'll be completely back to an MS440. So I have both of them, a 440 and a 460. I'm debating whether or not to put this on the shelf next to my 046. I might even need to build a bigger shelf. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm going to call it there. We'll talk to you later. Take it easy. Bye.